Hi, my name is NENG and I will present about the objective of our project. The first objective is to understand the manufacturing process of the hunting knife. The second objective is to determine the raw material of a hunting knife. The third objective is to know the process of assembly a hunting knife. The last objective is to identify the advantages and disadvantages of each manufacturing process. First scope of our project is manufacturing a hunting knife by cutting, drilling, grinding, hardening, honing, and riveting. The second one is the overview of the process is learned through video and online website only. The last one is the process must be carried out by the expert or technician only. Next, background of study. A hunting knife is an ancient tool or weapon that has survived until this present day. It is commonly used during hunting for skinning the animal, cutting meat, as a canned knife, and as a protection tool from predator. The first metal hunting knife were made of bronze around 2000 BC. However, iron is used instead of bronze for manufacturing the hunting knife with the coming of the Iron Age in the period 1000 to 800 BC. The weakness of an iron hunting knife is it bends easily. Thus, the rigging added carbon with iron to increase its rigidity and sharpness. There are two common hunting knives. The first one is the Bowie knife and was first introduced by James Jim Bowie, a 19th century American pioneer who played a significant part in the Texas Revolution. It is said to be the invention of his brother, Rezin P. Bowie, who created the weapon for protection purpose during future battle. A classic Bowie knife includes a large blade, a clip point, and an S-guard. S-guard functions to deflect an opponent knife advanced in between the handle and the blade. The Swiss Army knife is another iconic development that began in the 1800s. Its main use is as a multifunctional knife. Thus, it is the best option for those who work for an array of activities such as woodmanship. It will be useful for hunting, skinning, and wood cutting.
Hello, my name is Encik. I will continue presenting the discussion part. The 6 main steps of the manufacturing process such as cutting, drilling, grinding, hardening, honing, and riveting are needed to fabricate the hunting knife. For cutting, the cutting process is used for cutting the steel plate to the required dimension. A pre-made knife is put on the standard steel plate and marked using the marker pen. The raw material is cut following the marking shape by using a saw. For drilling process, in order to attach the blade to the handle, a drilling machine is used to produce the whole of circular cross-section on the tank using the drill bit. The bit is pressed on the tank and rotated at hundreds to thousands of RPM. As a result, the cutting edge is pressed against the tank while drilling, removing chips from the hole. For grinding process, in order to create a good appearance of the knife, a grinding machine is used to remove the burr and chips of steel. Grinding can create extremely fine finish and precise dimension. Furthermore, grinding is used to perform the rough shaping of the blade. This shaping decreases the amount of finished grinding on the sharp edge while also forming the thickness of the blade at various points. For hardening process, it is a metallurgical metal working process for increasing a metal's hardness. The blades are placed in a ceramic tray in a heat-treating oven to harden them. The temperature in the oven is raised to around 871 degrees Celsius depending on the array unit specification. The entire tray is taken from the oven after the blades have been heated for around 2 hours, and the blades are soaked in oil or water. Quenching is the process of rapidly cooling the blades. The blades are reheated to around 260 degrees Celsius after quenching. The blades are then allowed to cool slowly in a process known as tempering. This hardens the metal while keeping some of the brittleness that is required for fine sharpening. For honing process, it produces a fine grinding operation to the edge. Honing results to the knife edge appear as two intersecting surfaces. Depending on the blade application, the honing may be angled between 17 and 30 degrees to the blade axis. A sharper edge is produced by a smaller angle, but the edge will wear and do faster. The knife edge is polished with a fine grinding horn. This movement generates the sharpest edge and is the only authentic way to sharpen a knife blade properly. For riveting process is a forging method that uses a metal element called a rivet to link two sections together. The knife blade tank is riveted or pressed into the stocks. Smoothing the stock and blending the rivet heads using a buffing wheel. The washer segments are layered onto the tank starting at the gut in the case of a leather handle. The polymer is placed onto the end of the tank and fixed with a pin or rivet after the handle length has been filled with leather. Hence, the blade is fitted with the handle. The knife has been produced.
Hello, my name is Martin. I would like to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of the process that we use to make the knife. First of all is the cutting process by a saw. The cutting process by the saw is more portable, safer, and easier to control, but it takes a longer time and requires a lot of energy to complete a simple work. Next is about the drilling process by a drilling machine. It is higher speed and output, easier to operate, higher flexibility, long-lasting, and also lower cost in maintenance. But it can just use for small workpiece, might produce a bad quality product, and also the drill is easier to break. Next is about the grinding process by a grinding machine. It can produce a high surface finish, easier to machine hard materials, highly accurate dimension, and also obtain a smooth and flat surface. But it is higher cost, remove limited material, and also take a long time, and also poor safety. Besides that is the hardening process. This process can improve the wear resistance, improve strength and fatigue life, can customize the hardness level, does not break the metal part, and also the lower cost. But it might cause some cracks on the surface, greater distortion level, and also limited types of material can be used. Next part is about the honing process. This process can be used for a long time, high production, and also stable accuracy rate. But the precision of grinding might not accurate, more complex, and also spend more time. The last process is the riveting process, which is more cost effectiveness and production output. Flexible in construction design, highly durable, and also easier to inspect and maintain. But a greater workforce is needed, increase the structural weight, and also lack of aesthetic finish. It's all from me, thank you.
In a nutshell, a hunting knife is a multifunctional tool that is used for cutting meat, skimming, and other purposes. It is survival until this modern era from 1000 years ago. However, the process of making a hunting knife is much simpler and easier today with modern technology. People in the past made the knife manually, which were replaced by machine operation nowadays. In addition, the duration of time of manufacturing becomes shorter and effortless. Each of the process steps play a vital role in finishing the final product. The process must be undergone by following the standard operating procedure and correct sequence. Thus, understanding each process is essential to further improve the quality of life. Modern manufacturing engineering study include all intermediate process required for the production and integration of a product component. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you.